Hey guys,
This is Ruby,
and Nicole.
and you're listening to She's All That. Hello, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to part 2 of our last episode.
So we cut the episode and we're just going to jump right in. So keep listening.
How important are superficial characteristics in a guy? Like, for example, a guy's cleanliness or the hobbies that he takes interest in, or even something like his taste of food.
Well, I feel like the cleanliness, I'm confused. That doesn't seem superficial. That just seems like a normal thing, no? Like, are you not clean? Like, I don't get that one.
Let me sidebar into this answer
Please
in
do.
that I sweat a lot. And actually we've got another friend, Zach, who sweats just a bunch and he's greasy. Like he's just a greasy
Okay,
dude.
okay.
And it's like he does shower, but he doesn't smell that great and he's pretty, like he's a pretty guy, like girls want him. I don't know.
Girls,
Like no, he's good looking, he's charismatic, he's an
Okay,
engineer.
okay.
Like I'm just telling you, like yes, in an ideal world, like every man showers like to the point of being very clean, but you know, some people are sweaty, some people are stinky.
I thought you
Okay.
guys meant, Brody, when you sent this, I thought you guys meant like you guys like to clean, like to keep stuff organized and all of that.
I mean, you could take it a
Fair.
bunch of different ways. Like, if he's too clean, is that a deal breaker
No,
for you?
No,
or-
no. The cleaner, the better.
Nicole, do you want to go
superficial
first and
things.
answer?
I guess I will. I guess like I like men that shower and like, you know, are pretty clean as far as like I'm sorry, that seems like such a funny question to me. I guess I haven't met a lot of men that like sweat profusely, like, so I can't speak on that that well.
I feel like you're focusing too much on the cleanliness part of this when that was just
Okay,
an example.
I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna move on from the cleanliness. The taste in food, no, that doesn't bother me at all. As long as you're not like, I guess, okay. It bothers me if like all you eat is like chicken strips and pizza. Like that to me is like grow up. But I don't think you need to have like some amazing palate, you know, I don't care about that. Gosh, I don't know how to answer this, you guys.
I'll add a little bit.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so for me, I don't know if this is going to answer the question because I'm a little confused with the superficial characteristics still. But so I'm going to just try my best. I was talking with my roommates and they kind of helped me a little bit with this. But it would be, I mean, my type, it's either like a country boy or like someone that dresses pretty nice kind of thing, you know, but I would never turn a guy down because he's not a country boy or because he doesn't dress nicely. But I will say I do not want to be with someone who cares so much about how they look. They always have to be like clean and just like OCD and just so like always have to smell good and just they're really obsessed with that. Is that a superficial characteristic, like being like that?
You nailed that question, Ruby. I totally agree.
Well, I don't know. You know, I think we did, but I don't know about the guys. What do you think,
Yeah,
boys? Like, are we answering my question?
We're like super overly confident. We nailed that.
Yes.
So did we nail that?
So I'm gonna
sense?
yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. I think that the way Brody worded it kind of made it sound like really interesting. So
Thanks, man.
I think for me, my take on this whole thing is like worrying about like when you're dating someone, you want someone that's like willing to change like the things they can, but like you shouldn't worry about the things they can't change. Like you shouldn't like hate them because their nose is like a certain way or like whatever, right? You shouldn't like not like someone because they're sweaty. Like should they like probably like wear like deodorant and like take measures to like, you know, take care of that? Yeah, like definitely. But I think that's like the borderline thing is you should just like focus on the things you can change and try not to worry about the ones you can't.
I think personality speaks volumes. I think personality is hands down way more important than anything physical. I think you have to be attracted to them, of course, but I think people's personalities make them a million times more attractive or
would agree.
less attractive. There's like really good looking guys that have really crappy personalities that I'm like, ew, they're so ugly, you know, but it's because their personality sucks or they're like super conceited or whatever. So yes, I agree with you, Ryan.
Cool.
I guess that this stems from like an episode of like Friends or Seinfeld or something like that, where Chandler or Ross or Jerry Seinfeld, they meet like a very ideal woman and they're like, oh my gosh, they're great. And then they get to know them more. And then it turns out that they pick their nose all the time. And then they're like, I can't do that. I can't date someone like that. So would something like that be like a deal breaker for you if it's just something that really doesn't affect them as who they are, like personality wise, or like anything deeper than that?
You keep coming back to hygiene questions, and I really
I
need
do.
you to stop
I
going
do.
on the hygiene tangent. If you pick any other tangent to take this, yeah, I agree with you. If you keep going on the hygiene route, no, I don't.
There's another Friends.
Yeah,
There's
Nicole
another
gets me, man.
Yeah,
There's
Brody.
another Friends episode where
Is
the
there
girl just
another,
keeps on
like,
like punching Ross and like just keeps on
Okay,
like.
is there
hitting him,
another like
playfully.
superficial characteristic other than that?
Other
I like
than
dress.
hygiene.
Dress makes a lot of sense. Like how you
Okay,
how
like
you
the-
present
Okay,
yourself.
yeah, like dress, like
Yeah,
they
that's a
have
great one.
like it's not that I would like to be with someone that dresses nicely but is not obsessed with themselves in that way, because then I get insecure because I don't always look great. I'm in like sweats and my hair is up in a bun and I'm in a tank, and I'm good with that. But
I'll ride in on the spirit of the question in that if you don't want someone that's hyper obsessed with that, let's say you find someone who works on pretty much every other level, but they are like that. And they're to an extreme even. Like it's like 3 outfit changes a day. But other than that, it's like the perfect dude.
oh, okay, that's a better scenario. Okay, that's tough.
Like, is that a deal breaker?
Russell.
It's a deal breaker that's not a nose picking thing from Brody.
No,
Yeah.
3 outfit changes a day.
Okay,
That's a lot of laundry.
Yeah, that's a lot.
He does
of
it. He does it. He does it. He's the
Okay.
perfect man.
But that's
Okay.
why we're paying for it, Russell.
And he earns the money
Think
for
about
that.
the utility
He-
bills.
Yeah.
He makes $1 million a year.
Oh, if
Okay,
he's
yeah,
making
I
$1 million
can do
bucks, then that doesn't matter.
All right, never mind.
I'll take it.
What if he picks his nose? What if he picks his nose, but he makes $1 million?
What if he makes $1 million?
He's changing his outfit so much because he's just picking so many boogers.
Oh my god, shut
Yeah,
up.
that's the.
My gosh.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I can't even. I can't.
Okay. Okay, so
outfit
people, this
changes
kind of is
is
like the red
acceptable.
flags. Have you guys ever played red flags? I just bought the game. So much fun. It's kind of like that. It's like really great, 2 great qualities, and then a red flag.
I
So
feel
like
we
he's
should
a
have them back
millionaire.
on and we can
Yeah,
play
he's
it.
a millionaire and he's everything you've ever wanted, but he picks his nose. Or, he changes his
Can we
outfit.
please just pick anything?
Or he changes his outfit, 3 times a day. That would not be a deal breaker for me. If he really is the absolute, he's everything I've ever prayed for, and he just really cares about how he looks and what he's wearing and all those things, that would not be a deal breaker for me. That's just who he is, and I am going to love him for who he is. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We could get off this question.
Hell of a question,
Nothing
Brody.
more to
Just a
say
hell of a
about
question.
it. Cody, that really just let us down so many paths there. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think we have 2 more questions for you guys.
Yeah. So
Okay,
what's going
okay.
through your mind when we ask you if you notice anything different from me?
For me, it's to figure out what's different, immediately. And and if it's like, like they got their hair done or like their nails done or something like that, like, wow, they look really good. Like it's a really good welcome change kind of thing. So generally, like the people that have asked me that, it's, something like superficial, like they've done something to like, make themselves feel prettier or like, more empowered or whatever. And it's something that like I generally want to see and acknowledge and like usually compliment them on, kind of thing.
Ryan,
Is
the
that-
way you speak just is like, wow.
Oh, wait till you see his face.
Dude, it's terrible. It's terrible.
But he picks his nose.
Oh,
So
But I
See,
pick
and
mine.
he earns. See, and he changes his clothes.
Okay.
Points for, points against.
I'm really into puppets too. Love puppets.
That's a euphemism.
No, it's not. I just
Yes, it is.
just love
No,
puppets.
it's a major euphemism.
Alrighty, Trotzel and Bros, what do you think about the question?
I'd say pure panic, just terror. You know, what did I screw up? What did I do wrong? It's scary, right?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah. I was gonna be like, first thing that goes through my head is, uh-oh.
Yeah.
What did I do? Or like, what, like, to piggyback off Ryan was saying, like, yeah, I have to notice something about her right now. Like, did she?
Yeah, like you start scanning, right? You start scanning, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, uh-oh, does she think she's fat? I'm like, no, you look so skinny. You look great. I don't, stuff like that. I never, honestly, I hardly ever notice, because
I'm actually curious though. Does that happen often? Because I feel like my kind of personality, I just ask them like, do you like what I did with my hair? Or do you like my outfit? Or I don't know. I just feel like I just be really upfront with that. So does that happen often?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely depends on who the girl is. Because like with you would never say something like that with other girls. They might say that every other day. So to me personally, it's never happened. But
gotcha.
I think the way Ruby's choosing to do something like that is much preferred. Like on my end, like I'd much rather have someone be like, "Hey, check out my cool new sweater," than like, "You notice anything different about me, Ryan?" And I'd be like, "Gosh, I don't know," you know.
Much healthier in general, the way that Ruby wants it.
I'm wondering what the point of doing that is. Like, what is is it, you know what I mean? Like, what do you notice about me? Like,
maybe they're
point?
not seeking the attention that they want or something.
Oh, maybe
so
it's like, yeah, that's
they're kind of wanting like, are you paying attention to me? Like, do you notice things about me?
You hit the nail.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I also think that it could just be like a trap in general. Just saying like, all right, I'm not happy with you. This is how we're gonna start this conversation. So
you take this really negatively. Like I don't think of it nearly as negatively as you.
Who hurt you, Brody?
Yeah, dude. How many people hurt you?
I don't know. Any time that it's like any sort of like open-ended thing like that, or like, hey, we need to talk later, or do you have time to talk, or anything like that that's super open-ended, I just immediately start freaking out.
Okay, that's way scarier than do you notice anything different? Just let's get that right out on the table. So.
It is scarier, but to me it's along the same lines for sure.
Tip Tops is you know what I think is funny?
What?
That's no, for sure. That's a good one, Tross.
Or even can I ask you a question?
I was waiting for you to say something funny. I was like,
it's never funny. It's never funny. It's never funny.
Yeah, see, my mom has asked me those questions growing up as a child, and I'm afraid of those two questions in particular.
Ryan, I'm so
That's
sorry.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
Yeah. Okay, well, hopefully you don't end up with toxic girls that do that. Alrighty, so I think it's your guys' turn. Wait.
Yeah, I think it's my turn actually. All right, we're gonna get a little edgy here. When you're in a relationship, is watching porn considered cheating?
I have a very strong opinion on this.
Cool, let's hear it.
Yeah, so I don't really think I'd say it's cheating, but I would find it very disrespectful, and I would think that my husband or my partner is not honoring me, and honestly, I'd be a bit insecure knowing that he's watching that, because first of all, porn is just unrealistic expectations. It's just not realistic. And so for my partner, he may not be saying it out loud and comparing that, like what we're doing in bed versus porn, but he really is comparing that, because he's obviously not fulfilled with what's the word? Like, he's not fulfilled in our relationship. And so he's looking for that fulfillment in porn. And that to me is disrespectful. And it's just so unrealistic. Like, that would never happen, in real life. And so I just think for me personally, I know for a fact that before he even proposes, we would have that conversation. Would I break up with a guy if he was watching porn? No. I would break up with someone though, and I would not continue a relationship if he does not understand my feelings and how I view that, and wants to stop watching that. Would it be easy? No. And I know it wouldn't be like, okay, never gonna again. But if he doesn't put in that effort, I don't see myself continuing a relationship with someone who does not respect my decision or my feelings with that. Nicole?
I think this is so dependent on the person. I mean, literally every person's going to have every girl is going to have very different opinions on this, because I know people, girls that are totally fine with it. I know girls that watch it with them. Like, I feel like it's just so dependent on the person. I would not like it at all, personally, just because everything Ruby said, really. I don't understand. I personally think why are you not getting that from your partner? You know what I mean? Like, that's, if you're dating them and you're not getting fulfillment in that way, then there needs to be a conversation instead of seeking out other ways to get that fulfillment.
Sure.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
No, I think you guys both made like really excellent points. So let's say, like, hypothetically, you're both, you're working full time, you have like commitments, like whatever, like you have all this stuff going on in your life, right? And you just like can't find the time to like be intimate per se, right? And one of the partners chooses to watch porn and stuff. Like, is that still something that's wrong in your eyes? Because like, I mean, maybe it's not that they're even like not getting the fulfillment from you. Maybe they just enjoy it or something like that, and it's like an addition to the intimacy that you guys share. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it always wrong per se?
I prefer they use their imagination.
Okay, that's fair.
That's just my personal preference.
I think, but so this is, I don't know. I am always going to make time for that. I just think in a relationship, it's not just, there has to be intimacy. Even if you guys are really tired, I am a believer that you have to make that time. Even if you're exhausted, and it's not like every single day, but I don't know, talking with some mentors and other people who I admire, that's a conversation we've had. And intimacy is a very important thing in a relationship and in a marriage, I believe. And so no matter what, we would make time for that to happen. So I don't think that he would feel like we're just not. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I hear you. I honestly agree with both of you guys, but at the same time, I'm like, if my significant other wanted to do that and they were like, this is just something I enjoy, as long as it's not like an addiction or anything unhealthy, I'm not too against it. Like, in a perfect world, that wouldn't be in the relationship, but if they wanted to participate in that in a healthy way, I'm like, oh, that's not too bad to me.
Yeah, I think it really does depend on the person, because in my eyes, I don't think that's healthy in any way, even if it's not an addiction. So I think it really does depend on the person and how they view it. I don't know.
Cool.
Hopefully we answered. You got a glimpse of our side, I guess.
Yeah, it's a fun thought experiment for sure.
Yes, but I was really happy to see that question on there, honestly.
It's so personal.
It's a very
really
personal question.
is.
Absolutely.
Easily the
really
most
is.
personal question we have.
I love
But you
those
know,
questions.
that's a good question, because like, this sounds so naive of me, I know, but like, I always forget about that. Like, I just like, when I start dating someone or seeing someone, I like totally forget to even think about that as like a situation to even talk about. But I feel like it's important to like discuss or talk about.
No, absolutely.
Because we have just so many different views on that. So yeah, important conversation to talk about.
All right, are you guys ready for your last question?
Absolutely.
Okay. This is a question, but then I'm going to give you a little bit of like this me a little more. Okay. So is there such thing as like are there really shy guys who just don't make moves? Or is it smart to just always resort to the thinking, if he wants to be with you, he'll make it happen? Because I think I'm very black and white, where I'm like, if he wants to be with you, he'll make it happen. If he wants to be with you, he'll make it happen. Oh, you can hear the ambulances. Some action outside. Anyways, but yeah. So, but is that not smart to think like that? Because there are guys that are really shy that won't make it happen.
I'm just going to direct this to the shy guy in the chat. Birdie, take it away.
All right. Yeah. As you know, as I just got thrown under the bus there as a shy guy, yeah, there's been times in my past where I've definitely been into somebody and I've been thinking like, first of all, I don't want to inconvenience them by asking something that's like a big question of, would you want to spend time with just me and only me out on like a date? Because if they don't like you enough, or they're just trying to be nice or something like that, I'm just like, I don't want to, make this all awkward between us, and I don't want to make things weird in the future, especially if she doesn't like me. And so a lot of the times I'm just like, you know what? I'm just not going to say anything because it's not worth it. I'd rather just be happy us being wherever we're at right now. So to make that first move for me, it takes a lot. Like I have to very much know that they would definitely like to move things further before I make that first move.
I think my biggest thing on this whole thing is just like making your intentions known. Like that's kind of how I've always lived my life and stuff, and like especially in relationships and whatnot, is like if I'm, building a relationship with like a new girl per se, like I want my intentions of like where I think we are to be like known to her, and I would like to know like what she thinks of us, and like I'm not afraid of like making the first move or anything like that, but kind of like what Brody said, if like I go into like kiss a girl, like I don't want to like, no one wants to get like turned down, like that feels bad. So I mean, it's just, I think it's good to like just be very, just like tell them like what you want, tell them what you're looking for, and like tell them where you see the relationship dynamic between the two of you is, and like where you think it's going to go, kind of thing. So that's kind of my take on it.
Like the Bruno Mars song, like, girl, I want to marry you. Just be real open about it.
Yeah, every first date.
Just say that.
Yeah.
Just say that. I think to build on like people don't want to get turned down. More so than that, I don't think you want to be pushy. I think that's probably the last thing anyone should or could or ever, ought to be romantically, right? So, I mean, if you're like flirting with a girl, or if you're even, let's say, talking or texting or snapping or whatever it is, right? If you're just interacting with someone and you're not getting at least what you put out, like it should be roughly 1-to-1, right? Like if I text you, you text me back. I guess your question of make it happen, like that's kind of, I don't know. What do you mean by that almost?
I just mean like, I feel like a lot of girls they'll meet someone that they like or that they're interested in, but he's not asking them out, or he's not, he doesn't seem like he's maybe making any moves, you know what I mean? And so then I feel like a lot of girls make excuses, and like myself included, like, oh, maybe he's intimidated by me. Maybe he's, really shy, whatever. And so I feel like I'm always like, no, if he likes you and he wants to ask you out, he's going to make it happen. But then, maybe that's not the best advice always to give people, because is that even true? I don't know.
Yes and no. I mean, you have to give something, right? Like you have to give hints, and you have to give like a
Right.
and
Okay.
I feel like a lot of hints do go over people's heads or in one ear out the other. But if you're like fucking brick wall until someone says please marry me, like that's not fair,
So you got to drop your handkerchief, is what you're saying. Wave your green flag for go.
You have to give something for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Give a little. Get a little.
Sure.
Yes.
Give them the green light that you're interested, basically.
Yeah.
Yes. Big green light. Yeah.
So I think for like either partner, right? So like, let's say, in that example you just gave where like a girl has feelings for a guy, like she likes him, but she doesn't know if he likes him back, like whatever, just be like, hey, like maybe we should grab coffee sometime or something like that, and like establish that you want to move in that direction. And then he'll probably be like, yeah, that sounds really cool. Or like, no, I have a dentist appointment, something like that. And then like, you'll know either way. But I mean, that's just like both sided, that's not just like girls or guys. Like I think everyone should work like that. So.
Okay. What do you feel about girls sliding in the DMs?
Pro.
Yeah. Pro.
Yes.
Huge
Really?
Pro.
Two thumbs
Say
up.
hi.
Wow.
Just say hi. Don't
Yeah.
like please
But
marry
it's
me.
kind of like,
Hi. Hello. How are you? How's your day?
Okay.
really? How was your day? I always get really worried. I always get freaked out just by saying, I feel like I had to say
What's
something
up?
really interesting,
Hey,
Now you know
What's
how
up?
guys feel, Ruby.
Especially
but I
if you're
would
making
totally
a
agree with
first
you
move.
guys on that.
If you're making a first move, you have so much leeway. Like the ball is so much more in their court. Like someone you've never really talked to, like they tweet and you DM them like, hey, like I thought that was funny. Like you're cool.
Like respond
I don't
to
know,
a
easy.
story or something on
Yeah, I think
Instagram.
swipe
Like
up.
that might
Yeah,
be the
that's
most
a lot
like,
easier,
cash
yeah.
way.
I think the best way to DM someone is just say like you have a cute dog or like your dog is
Mm.
cute or something like that. Like that's
But
a
I don't really
100%
like
winner.
that. I don't find
I
that
love it.
attractive.
Tell me my
I'm
dog's
not
cute.
into it.
Tell me my dog's cute
Like
every
if
day.
you have a dog, you have a dog. Like you don't. But I feel like some girls, if you're like walking around with your dog, a lot of girls usually like, oh my gosh, can I pet your dog? Oh my gosh, your dog. I'm not really like that.
No, the dog thing is so overused. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't. Don't get me wrong. I love a good dog, but like I
Yeah.
literally in college would see guys bring dogs and walk around campus purposefully with a puppy.
Yes.
Like, come on.
No,
I mean,
that's a
okay,
thing.
yeah,
That's a
that's-
thing. No,
that's
that's
a
a thing.
thing.
That's a
Yeah.
thing.
Or
Like,
their
we all see through that.
their profile, on like a dating app. They
Every
have like
single
pictures
one
of
of the
dogs. I
pictures
feel
is
like
just
it's
the
on
dog.
purpose. I feel
Okay,
like
but what
that's
if you
all
caught a
it is.
good fish and you want to show that off?
Okay, stop.
Sorry,
As someone who caught a really big fish and put it in my Tinder at one point in my life.
That's a huge fish, Ryan.
Yeah, it was a huge fish. I don't want to
Was
talk
it
about it.
like a
anymore.
300-pound sailfish?
It was a 260-pound marlin, but it's okay. We
Oh,
don't
pardon me.
I just feel like, I guess if the dog is a part of your identity, go for it. But over time, I'll probably find out if you have a dog or not if we continue to talk. I don't
yeah.
think a dog is, I don't know.
I think what I'm
Go find a random
yeah.
dog. is
What I'm trying to get at is like they should be simple. Like you don't need to like sit there and ponder like what you're gonna DM someone. Like just give them a compliment. Like
Right.
give them something. Like put something out there that they want to respond to. Like don't put like I hate knock jokes. I hate them so much, and that's like one of the number one ways that my DMs have been slid into in my life.
Really?
What?
Not
Tell
even
us
kidding you.
more.
Ryan's
I've
so
never heard
pretty.
of such a thing.
Ryan's so pretty.
I'm
Ryan's
so
the prettiest
serious.
dude I know.
Okay, so if we
Like-
want to do like a Tinder podcast and like talk about things I've experienced on Tinder, we definitely could.
Yes!
I think that'd
Oh, we're having you back, Ryan. We're having you
Oh my
back.
gosh, yes, Ryan.
So, but so like my whole point is like I hate that. Like please stop giving me knock jokes. I'm so over.
Like
it.
they will say, knock, knock, who's there? Boo hoo.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and I just got another one like recently. It was like, why do vampires suck? And it was the punchline was something about like I don't know, biting your neck or something. But it was dumb, and I just didn't respond. I was just like please no more.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever gotten the one where there's like, they just send a dog emoji and then they're like, oh, sorry, my dog ran away or something like
No,
that? Have
but
you
that's
ever-
terrible, and I'm sorry.
No, but oh my
I hope you're doing okay.
okay.
I will say the best way I've ever seen a person slide into a DM though. My friend, her name's Camille. Like I went to college with her and whatnot. A guy sent his dating resume to her in like a PDF format, like 3
Oh.
pages. Funniest thing I've ever read. Like
You know,
literally,
Oh my god.
so much effort was put into this bit, and I can't tell you how much I respect that man for
You know
doing what he
what?
did. Right?
Ryan, I have some very similar experience with a PowerPoint presentation.
Oh, that's so
I'm not
cool.
even kidding.
That's
It
such
was
a big move.
legit PowerPoint presentation. And I would have never swiped right on this guy ever, but the PowerPoint presentation really got me. It was like a full on, like every picture was like, it was.
Yeah, it's
bulleted
choreographed.
lists.
Yep. Mhm.
Yes,
Wowzers.
collage. It was really impressive. I was like, okay.
So much better than a knock
Obviously
joke,
putting
right?
in a lot more effort. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, honestly.
Wowzers.
All right. Do you guys have
Sweet.
one last question for us or no?
Yeah.
We've got We might have two.
Or a couple?
Oh,
Got like
two.
one or two. One or two.
Okay.
Okay, go for
Well,
it.
let's knock them out. Yeah, we knock them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had, and I guess we kind of talked about this. I had what's more attractive, physical beauty or social status? And after social status, I have like cool factor, money, humor. I mean, whatever it is, like we're social creatures. Like people are valuable or not valuable in a social sense, and then they're also pretty, and pretty people tend to have high social status. But I also feel like there's kind of a like there can be a split, especially like the example would be like a rich dude or like a really funny dude,
Mm-hmm.
I've never thought about that. I've just always thought about physical and personality. Just I've never really thought about like social status. So I was like, interesting. Nicole, do you want to answer first?
I think that, yeah, I feel like I touched on this a little bit. I think you have to be attracted to them, but again, like their physical beauty or whatever grows so much with like all the other stuff. And I think it just, it depends on the person too. Like, I think my biggest thing is like, they have to be hardworking. I don't think that necessarily you making a certain amount makes you hardworking, but I just think that's a character trait that's important, So yeah, definitely physical beauty, not as important at all, I think.
I would agree with Nicole. I think you said humor, right, Trussell?
Love.
Yeah, and I guess sorry, maybe maybe like social status is getting conflated with like value of human. I mean, imagine like a real piece of shit rich dude. Like clearly, like most people are on paper not into that. Or like a really funny guy who like cheats all the time. Like that's an extreme, right? But I don't know. Maybe I'm asking for a pretty poorly defined comparison. But yeah, my thing was social worth versus just physical, like to the eye.
Yeah. I think I don't really care. I don't know. I think about the guys that I've gone on dates with, and it's just all over the place. Like there's not really one. I say I have a type, but literally my types, I rarely date those guys. Like rarely go on dates with my type. So I don't really think, I feel like I'm just going to be attractive to someone based off what they bring to the table. And it's not their physical attributes or anything like that. But he has to be funny because I like to laugh. So if he's not funny, it's a no-go for me.
That's good to know. That's good to know, like deal breakers and like wants versus needs. Sure.
Yeah.
Totally.
But kind of like what Nicole said, he doesn't have to be making a lot of money. But he has to be hardworking. I don't know if I'm answering your question, Trussell.
I guess no. I mean that's kind of what I was after. I mean, hardworking is kind of like a rich kid, like trust fund kid. Like they don't have to work hard, Like, do you care?
That would bug me, honestly.
Yeah.
Bug, like bother.
It would bother me because I'm a hard worker and I value hard work, and so I think that would bug me.
Yes.
Okay, let's imagine one of those, but what they work hard at is, I don't know, like painting or dance or like expression. Like would that do it? Like they don't need money, so they're happy to like strive at a craft or even video games. Even they have a goal. They're bettering themselves. Whatever it is.
Okay, so I think there's a difference between my partner. I would want my partner to be hardworking, but also passionate. I want my partner to have, I don't even know if like hobbies, but I guess you can call them hobbies, but things that he is just so proud of and he loves to do, then he can go do those things. And I don't know and I am going to be able to support him in that, but he should also be hardworking when it comes to his job. Or what he does for a living, or not even that, like hardworking, like if we're outside, like gardening or something, like I love to be, I don't mind mowing the lawn. I don't mind even barbecuing, or things like that. But if we're out in the yard, you best bet he better be hardworking and on his knees freaking pulling those weeds. It's not going to just be me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or
and maybe
am I making sense? Or
No, that I get what you're saying, Ruby.
maybe the
so
word
it's not
maybe
even
the
just,
word
like-
choice is not lazy,
Yeah.
not
Yes.
useless, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that totally.
I don't know if we talked about social status, but yeah, that's my best answer, Trussell.
No, I got my answer.
Okay, that's all I've got. Sorry, I don't.
He doesn't have to
No,
be
you-
rich. He
terrible.
doesn't have
You
to
get- you
be
You guys did great.
hot.
Yeah.
Like
Two
just
thumbs up.
personality. He's got to be a good person.
I think that you guys are saying that those two things, whether it be physical status or physical attractiveness or social status, it doesn't really matter if one is like that much more than the other. It's just, it's got to be the right person overall.
Yes.
So.
If anything, I don't know, Ruby. I've said this to other girls and they've looked at me really weird, but I don't know if this is just me. I prefer to date someone that's not super physically attractive. Like, I mean, of course, I have to be attracted to them, but I don't want like a model by any means, because I don't want all these other girls to be like, like I know that sounds really weird, but I'm like, I would much rather date somebody who's not like a 10 out of 10. Like I would like a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10.
I know the
like,
dad bod's making a comeback. No, I get
love
it.
the dad bod. I love
in.
it. You know what I mean? Like I want someone that's just, yeah. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but that's my opinion. Ruby, no?
I don't really have an opinion just because I think back of all the guys I've gone on dates with and they just all look very different. So
Yeah, they really,
I just,
they do. That's true.
yeah, they really do. So for me, it just doesn't really matter. But I have noticed when I've dated guys who are like, whoa, I just sometimes get a little insecure. I just get a little paranoid. I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I need to start working out, or I need to really watch what I eat, or I can't eat these kind of things because he's very healthy. That side comes out and I don't like that. So Nicole, with what you said, I think I would much rather, and that comes with like the whole, like someone who really cares about what he looks like and just, what he eats and stuff like that. That just, to me, I don't really am that attracted to. I just would want someone a bit more chill and just, yeah.
No, yeah. Okay. Insightful.
Ryan, I think you said you have another question. One last question.
Sure. It's a kind of fun one. Okay, so
Yay.
is it okay for someone to date more than one person at a time if you like haven't committed to one another yet?
I think he said date there. I think talk to's better.
Sure. talk.
Representation of his.
Be going on dates with different people and stuff.
Yeah. Like
Talking to them.
you are quote unquote dating multiple people. Like,
Got it. Okay.
I think it depends on, I just think, how do I explain this? I think it's okay to talk to multiple people. But the only time I don't think is if you guys are flirting and doing things and like intimate, and I don't know, I just feel like eventually you're probably leading certain people on if you are obviously treating someone else more like a relationship. You may not even call it a relationship, but if I think that if you guys are flirting and you guys are hanging out a lot, and if you guys are being intimate, you guys are pretty much in a relationship. That's what I think. And so what's the point of talking to other girls, or other guys? But I think that if you guys are just talking and there's nothing really anything serious, then I think it's okay. Because you can't just put all your eggs in one basket,
Yeah.
You gotta talk to many guys or many girls and see their personalities and see what you like, what you don't like.
To put this into baseball terms, if you hit a home run in one park, are you allowed to hit home runs in other parks? Or is it only that one park that you're allowed to hit home runs in from then on?
Thank you for explaining this to me in a way that I actually can understand it, because I didn't get it the first time.
Okay, I don't get the home run situation. I don't watch baseball.
So like first base, second base, third base.
I'm getting the home run situation, Brody.
I'm not. Can you explain it, please? Pros.
Do you know what the
mean?
bases are, Ruby? First base, second base,
Yes.
Not in baseball, in life and relationships.
Oh,
We went to
like
first base.
you're gonna be. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So when you hit home run, what was your thing?
Is it okay to hit a home run just at that one place with that one girl, or is it okay to hit home runs in multiple places week to week?
Okay.
It's like you're on a baseball schedule, you got to go to different parks.
Nicole, do you want to answer that, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I'll give my like overall opinion, I guess. I am a huge advocate for dating a lot of people at once, like going on lots of dates, talking to lots of people, because I think people get hurt easily when they put all their eggs in one basket and are just like almost pre-committal to something that they're not even getting committed back to. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's very smart to like see your options, go on lots of dates, whatever, see what's out there. But I do think the moment that things start getting, once there's a commitment, there's a commitment. Personally, for me personally, I am not getting home runs on these dates. Like I'm not going out doing that. But I think talking to and going on dates is fine. I think whatever, do whatever you want to do. It's your life, you know? I don't, that's just my personal, I don't go get home runs. I get home runs is how you say it. I don't know. Score them.
Hit dingers. That's what you say.
Hit dingers. Okay. That's just, I don't really like that.
Yeah, I just also think that if you are getting dingers,
Brody, I wish you had never made this a baseball
It
thing.
sounds
I really
wrong
wish you
to me.
had.
Like, I feel like you ruined.
Brody does that,
I
yeah.
just think that if you're getting dingers, you just have to make that clear, your intentions with that female. I just, like, not that you're like, oh, hey, I'm getting dingers with other people too, but I just personally think that, I don't know, like it has to be obvious that you're obviously not looking for a relationship if that's all you're doing. But that's my opinion. Maybe you guys are like, no, I don't mind starting off a relationship with sex. I would not want to start off a relationship with sex. So to me, I would want to, I don't know. I already gave my answer. That's my
questions,
final
you guys.
answer.
I feel like-
Yeah. You guys, yeah.
Yeah. And you guys did an amazing job answering them. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no, I had a really good time.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'm
I
super
know,
down
man,
to
okay, yeah, come back. you guys.
super down to do a Tinder one. That'd be a fun time. Just
Yes. Would
Ren's
love.
your guy.
I
Ren's your
actually
guy for
have
that.
some stories. Well, one story.
we can make it. Yeah, we make it all dating apps too. We can broaden the
Yes.
spectrum too.
We
Yeah.
will, are you guys, well, have you guys been on dating apps? You can come back for the app if you have. If you have
Trussell?
some
I
experience.
have, yeah.
You
Yeah.
have? Do you have some
Trussell,
experience?
Been on
guys
dating
have-
apps, but I haven't
Yeah,
really used
Probably
it that much.
Ryan's probably the one that should do the talking, but
Okay,
I-
you
well,
know, I'll
we'll
be
in
here.
contact.
I don't know.
want
I
the
mean,
insight. I want insight from the
Ryan's-
group though. So
Yeah, but I
Okay.
feel like all three of you, you're just so much fun, you know? Like, you guys are
Yeah,
funny
you guys were
throughout
very
this
dynamic,
episode.
very
Thank you.
dynamic group of boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks you guys for coming on.
Also, are you guys single? Other than Brody, you're not single, I know that. But Ryan, Trussell,
I'm
Trussell,
single.
I think I saw your girlfriend.
I'm not. No, yeah, that's correct. That's accurate.
Yes. Okay, Ryan. So we will be on the lookout.
Cool. Yeah.
he,
Thanks.
he doesn't live where we live. Ryan, don't you live
Oh.
in Colorado? I thought that's what you said last
I'm actually
time.
in Florida for a little bit, so
Oh, wow.
What?
yeah, so pretty far away.
Nice. Okay, I'll be in Florida in December.
All right, cool. Let's hang out.
Clearwater.
Oh, nice.
There
I'm
we
in
go.
like Orlando, so.
Oh, okay. Actually, I'm going to Disney World.
Ooh, I like Disney World.
There we
I
go.
can hear the fireworks going off already.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
No,
like
I'm going with my family.
no, like can I bring my family too? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Ryan, yeah.
Yeah, dude, let's get it.
This is your one
Oh
guy's
my
meeting
gosh.
chance. You got to meet the family too.
Oh boy. Okay.
Important.
Well,
All right,
so
thank you for
Ryan,
having us.
that
Whole
was
nother
a-
segment.
Thank you for having us. I hope everyone hits a dinger at some point.
Dingers out.
I'm leaving.
Okay.
Yes, thank
Bye,
you so much for
guys.
joining and
Thank you, guys.
sponsors.
See you guys. Take it easy.
Bye.
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 Besos.